Yo, brothers, what's up? It's the director. Lots and lots of stuff going on in the NFL world right now. Tons of moves via free agency. I'm sure Chargers fans are wondering, what the hell's going on? I'm here to give you kind of an insight on what I think is happening currently in day 2 of the NFL free agent frenzy. First day of NFL free agency has come and gone, and the Bolts have yet to make a move. Now, I was expecting a day 1 signing from Tom Telesco. The more I think about it, the less I'm upset about the decision he has to be patient and wait. As I watched my phone blow up from Twitter and Bleacher Report, it made me cautious of how much these other teams may be overspending for free agents. Some wild trades also added to the excitement, with guys like DeAndre Hopkins and Calais Campbell on the move. The Hopkins trade, might I add, seems absolutely crazy to me. Like, what are the Texans thinking? Anyway, the Chargers, what's going on? I'll tell you what I think. Tom Telesco is known for some of his cap-friendly, team-impacting moves past the first day of free agency. And after seeing some of the ridiculous contracts handed out yesterday, I gotta say I respect his approach. Not that I don't think these guys deserve it. I'm just saying, like, it's a game, you know, it's a chess game. Play smart with the pieces you have. It can't be easy to show restraint when guys are flying off the board by the minute. And now, the Bolts have made their way into the top 7 in cap situations in the league. And that's awesome. Puts us in the driver's seat. This means we pretty much remain one of the most maneuverable teams in the league, with still loads of talent floating around free agency. So what's going to happen? Well, first let's look at some of the potential Chargers that had signed with other teams. And by potential Chargers, I mean players that either were linked to our team or were at positions of need. Jack Conklin signed a 3-year, $40 million contract with the Browns. This one's big. This is one I kind of wanted, but also very expensive. The Browns really had to fork one up for that one. Corey Littleton heads to the Raiders on a 3-year, $36 million deal. Rick Wagner to the Packers. Blake Martinez to the Giants on a 3-year, $30 million deal, with more that I did not mention. Also, Marcus Mariota headed to the Raiders to back up Derek Carr. The biggest one I wanted to hit up on this list was definitely Jack Conklin, but the Browns forked up a heavy price to acquire him. There are still impressive talents on the board and rumors of potential trades. Let's talk about the big one first. Tom Brady. The rumors are heating up that Brady may be headed to the Bolts, and I've seen evidence to suggest that we may have made an offer to the future Hall of Fame quarterback in the range of $30 million per year, likely for like 2 years. I do not like this. We currently sit at $50 million in cap. That's fantastic. We can make a flurry of moves with that money, but if Brady, a 42-year-old quarterback, as great as he is, signs with the Bolts, there goes half of our premium cap space. Yes, he may be great with the Bolts. Maybe. But I just don't see why we would let go of a younger Phillip Rivers to sign an older Tom Brady. If we're going to have to move on from Rivers, which is painful for a lot of Chargers fans, we need to get younger as a unit. Next rumor is Deshaun Watson. Got you off guard with that one, didn't I? Yes, there are whispers that the Texans are cleaning house after trading away the best receiver in football, DeAndre Hopkins. Still, mind blown. This seems to have sparked a speculation that their premium quarterback is up for sale as well. What would he cost, though? There's been speculation of 2 first-round picks. For the Bolts, perhaps our high 6th overall pick this year and a 2nd plus next year. You never know, but do I think this is likely? Nah. I think this is more of a rumor sparked by Twitter and the internet. It probably holds no merit. If this happened, though, I would be ecstatic. Telesco wanted to draft Watson in the 2017 draft, but decided to help Phillip Rivers with Mike Williams instead. But still, it's fun to think about. Next is something I feel could legitimately happen, but it's not something we haven't heard before. It is something we haven't heard for a few weeks, though. What would the Bolts trade for Cam Newton? Well, this scenario is realer than ever, as the Carolina Panthers have given Cam permission to seek a trade. Shortly after that news, it was revealed that the Panthers were locking down quarterback Teddy Bridgewater. Oh my God. And soon after that, a tweet popped up on my timeline showing that Cam kind of exposed the Panthers as forcing the trade on him. Not a great look for Cam Newton or the Panthers, but this is only good news if the Bolts really are thinking of trading for the previous league MVP. If teams get a whiff that the Panthers are the ones trying to make this happen, there's a chance he gets traded for peanuts. Before you disregard that notion, remember we just saw the league's best wide receiver traded for pretty much nothing as well. You never know. What's nothing in my notion? I mean, obviously a 4th round pick or later, that's great. I wouldn't be mad about even a 3rd. A 2nd's a little high in my mind. I think if we can get him for a 3rd round pick, that's fine by me. Now, if you're wondering my opinion on Cam, I have stated this a few times in my past videos. My dream scenario would be to draft a quarterback. My dream scenario is that we nab Tua Tagovailoa, redshirt him a year, and roll him out next season, similar to what the Chiefs did with Alex Smith, Patrick Mahomes. Will it result the same? Probably not, but I think there's still a good chance it's a great move, that he could be a great future franchise quarterback. And I think it gives us the best odds to succeed, in my opinion. Now, would I mind Cam to the Bolts? I wouldn't mind it. Between the choices of Tom Brady or Cam Newton, I'll take Cam. The guy has got to be healthy by now, right? I feel like his injuries have been the main culprit to his poor performance these last few years. And if the Chargers are looking for hype to sell tickets, I'll take my chances on the younger, much more mobile prospect than Brady. That's just my opinion. And one of the most exciting rumors is that Darius Slay has been finally linked to the team. Via Twitter, a lot of our own players in the NFL, a lot of our guys in the Chargers really want to see this pairing happen. And all I got to say is that this would immediately make us the most lethal defensive backcourt in the entirety of the NFL. Is it likely to happen? It definitely could. It would require a trade. How much that would cost, we don't know, but it's something that I think a lot of us would be excited to see. The last trade prospect I've heard rumors on are Trent Williams being traded to the Chargers. Premium left tackle, probably one of the best in the league, maybe. We do know that he hasn't really played much the last couple years. He did have some medical issues, similar to the situation we were just in with Russell Okung. I think that the Trent Williams situation is much better. I think that, he's definitely, super healthy. But at the same time, 31 years old. Again, the same situation as Russell Okung. And he's going to want to be paid as like the highest offensive lineman paid in the entire league, like the fattest contract. I don't really want that to be the Chargers. I think there are draft prospects that are cheaper and better for the team at that position. If we do sign, Cam Newton, we could still take an offensive lineman, a left tackle at the 6th position in the draft. We can still take Isaiah Simmons and a left tackle in the 2nd pick in the draft. A lot of options out there. So do I want Trent Williams? I think we're okay. I think we should pass on that one. Look for a left tackle elsewhere. They've also said they really like, what's his name, Trey Pipkins. That's something to keep an eye on. And lastly, I still think there's room for the Chargers to sign more free agents. Let's say we do trade for Cam Newton. I think his contract's only like $19 million a year, which is really cap friendly at quarterback position. We would still have enough money to sign some premium positions like maybe a right tackle. We desperately need a right tackle. I think Brian Bulaga, who's still on the board, is a great option for that. And again, linked to our offensive line coach, James Campen, I think it's a huge possibility that Bulaga is headed to LA. Well, you guys let me know in the comment section below. This video is going to air, as things are happening in the NFL. So if some of this is outdated, sorry dudes, but this is just my speculation on what's happened yesterday and what's happening now. You guys let me know in the comment section, what you think's going on, what you want to see happen, and maybe hit me up with some rumors and stuff of what you're hearing about the Chargers. We'll update more videos as free agency goes along. Well, if you guys enjoyed this video, hit us up with a like and sub. Growing and growing fast. We're really starting to reach that 10,000 sub mark, and I'm getting really excited about that. Couldn't do it without you guys. Really, the small amount of time you take to go hit that like and sub button really means a lot to me, so thank you guys so much. We'll see you guys next time with some more Chargers football news and rumors. Speculation. Love making this kind of stuff. Thank you guys for joining me. This has been the Director, and as always, stay frosty. They made it past the credits, you get a director's story. This one's one of my favorite stories as a Chargers fan. Kind of tragic, but kind of funny as well. My brother is super supportive, so he decided to come catch a Chargers game with me. And I was like, hey, you know what? I've got some extra Chargers jerseys sitting in my closet. Throw one on and we'll go to the bar. And he's like, cool. We load up in my Jeep, and I tell him, oh, we got to run an errand real quick. Stop like my grandma's shop. We're going to go stop by my grandma's shop, and then we're going to head over. So I get out, and I walk into the shop, talk to my grandma, and I come back out. And I noticed there's like a hole in the window of my Jeep. And not all windows in Jeeps are like glass. Some of them are like plastic for off-roading, which is the one I had. I come up to him and he's got like a fat lip and he's like bleeding out of his mouth. I think one of his teeth are broken and his nose is bleeding. I was like, what the hell happened? He's like, some dude came up to me at the window and said, F the Chargers, and hit me in the face. And I was like, you've got to be kidding me. And he mentioned, he offered details that may have suggested that he was wearing silver and black jersey like mine. for the Raiders. So I'm sitting there walking around the parking lot like with my chest puffed up, like, who the hell did that? He was like, he ran off that way. And I walked around the perimeter a while, couldn't find the guy. But that is the last time my brother wore a Chargers jersey. No, I don't hate all Raiders fans. Have been in a couple of scraps with them, but my brother definitely probably has a problem with them now. Well, thank you guys so much for joining Director Storytime. Every once in a while, I'll drop one of these after a video. You know, honestly, just to kind of help the length out, but also to share with you guys some of my experiences being a Chargers fan, because we know it ain't easy out there, and we're a little but few. And even though we are few, we stick together. We are strong. Guys, thanks so much for joining Storytime. We'll see you next time. Take care.